just a couple of questions for you today. You just kind of wrapped up one of my whole fitness programs. It's been a blast having you in there. Joy to see, obviously, your smiling face and the progress you've made. Paint a picture for me a little bit, man, if you can. Like, where were you at before we started the program? Like mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Tell me about yourself before we were started.
Honestly, I was like in an active rut of complacency, to say it in an easy way, is of being somewhat active, but in such a routine that really there was no progress. It's where you try to do something without the proper motivation or anything like that. So inside those continuous non-advances, honestly, a little bit I think full of anxiety and depressed, leading into this program, which internally knowing exactly where you're at, but not really realizing where or how to get to the next spot within there. So having that as a base for where I started, I kind of knew the direction that I wanted to go, but just stuck inside that rut, stuck doing what I was always doing, and not really doing what I wanted to do or be where I wanted to be.
Yeah, dude, feel you, man. I feel like there's a handful of people that are kind of have been in that situation or are currently struggling with some of those things, especially this crazy last year and a half or so that we've had. Epic, man. It's good to see you on the side for sure. Tell me a little bit about like your process, man. Like what it was like to be in the program, connecting with some of the other dudes, to go through the modules and have the accountability. What kind of results you saw? Like, where are you today?
I think dealing and talking with everybody inside the program and all these Zoom meetings was definitely a big advantage in the program. You can join a lot of different programs and try your best, and that's just usually a one-on-one, you and who you're dealing with. But to listen to others that are going through exactly what you're going, or the program that you're going, it's easy to relate or to kind of understand from an outsider's point where you're at, or in a different direction. Definitely a big motivating and helpful factor is being a part of that. The journey has been good. I told you that I really wanted to concentrate on the foundation of everything, but more so just the side effects or the results of what we're doing. It wasn't about the end goal, as in saying I want a perfect body or anything like that, because even it's just not necessarily what I wanted or realistic. It's the process and understanding of where I was and where I am and where I'm going. So relating to everybody on a calls was huge, and then listening to the classroom settings of learning more of why I'm doing something was also great.
Yes, bro. Yeah. It was a pleasure. It's been a pleasure having you on the calls. Your energy is always great, and it's just like bringing everybody up, asking some important questions and stuff too. The community aspect, I can't say enough about. I'm stoked to hear that you felt the same, and you're absolutely right, man. I know from the beginning it was like, yeah, there was some physical goals that you had, but ultimately I remember you talking to me about it. Like I more so I just want to start building out the life that supports a healthy body, a healthy mindset, and a life on purpose. So in the process, I know you did make some physical changes. What happened?
I'm down 15 pounds. I know I could have done a little bit more. Like I've always said, I enjoy maybe a beer or two too many in there, and that might have stopped me from going a little bit further. But I'm actually very close to what my ideal body would end up at, and that's just, there's more steps to be taken, and the program for me doesn't end. It's just going to continue on, which is great. But physically, I feel great. Mentally, I'm much more clear in where I am today than where I was 3 months ago. And you know, that's a huge one for myself. Really just kind of cleaned out the I don't know, the fog inside of mind and inside the body a lot more than I anticipated.
Epic, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah. No, it's music to my ears, man, and it has. I know you've been putting in the work. You know, I know I get to see the workouts that you're doing, and I know the accountability has been a big piece for you. And 15 pounds that's a big change in 3 months, dude. Heck yeah, yeah, man. I think along with like the physical change, as you kind of continue to put it, it's like you came into this like ready to change your mindset, ready to change some of the habits and lifestyles, and you know, I'll be the first one to have a beer with you, and like, but you made. I remember you making some of the changes, even like I'm not going to have an IPA every day. I'm going to have something lighter, and that's like those are the subtle tweaks that I would see you consistently signing up for.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, tell me how that's affected like confidence and like self-worth and everything. I mean, before you got into this, as you were talking about, you know, some of the places that you were going to mentally, what's that like now for you?
you know, I can't. Obviously, I'm smiling and life is good, so I can't say that there's anything negative. You know, it's been a long journey, and it's taken me to a much happier place, which obviously being happy and smiling makes you able to kind of go where you want and communicate, you know, with who you want in there. It's definitely a big boost to the confidence to feel good, especially a lot cleaner in the mental side of things, and just being able to wake up and go through the day smiling. I bounce around like the gym and work, just kind of giggling to myself, just as I am. I feel much better, but I'm much happier today than I was a couple months ago.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Heck yeah, man. That's it's a win. Yeah, awesome, bro. Well, I'm stoked to hear. Tell me, like, if someone else was in your shoes, I know, like, battling whatever kind of, you know, mental struggles, physical struggles that you were going through, what would you recommend to them?
Do it. Do it. I mean, we talk all the time, and it's just starting that action. You know, it's literally just starting and following through. In that sense, it's something that we all think of what we want, and unless you start, you're not getting anywhere. You know, everybody, like, I'm not worried about physical in the sense of where I'm capable or something. And by starting, it definitely just even grows much further. We've all, like I said, I've been complacent. And inside a rut, and that's where I feel like a lot of people sit, is they're in such a routine that they can't even move forward. In doing this, it breaks you out of your routine, but simultaneously teaches you a much positive routine to go into, or even a different routine, you know, from week to week or day to day. By changing that up, it changed the whole direction as where I was going. Instead of just sitting around and being complacent, it was a new direction and a new motivation to get where I wanted to go.
Dude, love it. Yeah, absolutely. So just get started. Just get started.
But honestly, like, if you get started and you go, you're gonna see the results. That's the thing. Like, everybody wants to have results, but what are we doing about it? You got to start. And then if you buy in, if we're buying in, like I bought in, it's you're gonna, no matter whether you're doing 25% or 100%, you're doing more than what you're doing. And all it was buying in and starting that process.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. I love it, man. I couldn't agree with you more. Obviously, that's why I created the program, and I'm so grateful for you know, the steps that you made to get started and to have.
Honestly, sign up with Rocky. Get on his program. He knows what he's doing. He's catering to a lot of people that we are who we used to be. It's, you know, and I know that in having our conversations over last weekend, it was you're targeting a very specific kind of a crowd. Obviously, come one, come all, everybody's invited. But the ones that are just stuck, those are the ones that I feel like you're reaching out to the most, and those are the ones that you can reach to. You guys sign up. He'll take you where you want to go. You just need a little nudge. You need a little help to do it.
Thank you, man. We're all building a bridge for each other, man. So a pleasure to walk alongside you, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for your words.